Today we're going to see biological evolution in evolution. So biological evolution, that is how the life is evolved, how the living things, living organism evolved in this universe, that was we going to discuss today. The first in biological evolution, formation of protobions. Abiotically produced molecules can spontaneously self-assemble into droplets that enclose a watery solution and maintain a chemical environment different from their surroundings. So, abiotic molecules has evolved, that is from the abiotic molecules only biotic organisms are evolved in a spontaneous way. Okay, so we have discussed about so many theories in the previous chapter. That is in the previous introduction class, origin of life. We have discussed about the theory of special creation, special theory and theory of chemical evolution and theory, Big Bang theory and theory of abiogenesis and biogenesis, that and all we have discussed. So here what they say means from the abiotic factors only the biotic factors have been appeared in the earth. Scientists call these spheres as probions. So there are the chemical environment. No, in the chemical environment they are called as probiot, means pre-living cells, that is pre-cells. So liposomes are the lipids in a solution that can self-assemble into the lipid bilayer. So in the chemical evolution, the chemical environment, there have some of the cells like pre-cells like appearance, that is called protobions. This protobions is assembled by a lipid membrane and it forms lipid bilayer due to the formation of liposomes, that is the lipid membrane. So the living cells appeared in the world. Some of the proteins inside the liposomes acquire the properties of enzyme, including, that is resulting in fast multiplication of molecules. So the proteins are seen inside the liposomes. Due to this, the enzyme properties appeared inside the liposomes and there are so many molecules also which helps in the multiplication of the molecules. So the conservatives with nucleoprotein and nutrients had a limiting surface membrane that had the characteristics of a virus or free living genes. So the conservatives means a huge amount of colloidal particles. So they forms the limiting membrane and have the some of the characters. Conservatives have the characters of virus and some free living genes also. Subsequently, number of genes united to form protovirus, somewhat similar to the present day virus. So these conservatives resembles the characters of virus. So they can be called as protovirus and they show some of the characteristics of the present day virus. The two major cell types that appeared during the time were significant. So during that time, the two major type, that is cell types, have been appeared. So one form of the earliest cell contained clumps of nucleoproteins embedded in the cell substance. So the first form is the nucleoprotein in clumps, in groups. Clumps means in groups. So they form the cell substance. Okay, they are seen inside the cell substance. Such cells were similar to the Monera. So these cells show the characteristic features of Monera. Monera means single cell organisms are kept in Monera. So some of the characteristics of the pre-cells shows the characteristics similar to Monera. And they are considered as the ancestor to the modern bacteria and blue-green algae. So these clumps of nucleoproteins inside the cell substance resemble the group which is similar to the Monera, and they are the ancestor they are the forefathers of bacteria and blue-green algae. The other forms of earlier cells contained nucleoprotein in clumps that condensed into central mass surrounded by a thin membrane. So they are nucleoproteins are in clumps and they form a central mass by thin membrane. So they are formed, that is the nucleoprotein is surrounded by a thin membrane of lipid membranes. Okay. So the membrane separates the nucleoprotein from cell substance. So the nucleoprotein, that is the nuclear membrane, the nucleus is surrounded, the nuclear proteins is surrounded by a membrane which separates the cell substances. Okay. Such cells were referred to as protista. In Monera, a cell, that is the substance, was surrounded by lipid membrane. But in Protista, the nucleus was surrounded, the nuclear protein was surrounded by a membrane which separates the cell substance. Okay, that resemble like the Protista. When the natural sources of food in the ocean declined in the course of time, the ancestors of Monera and Protista have evolved different methods of food procurement. That is, when there is a shortage of food in the ocean, so they need, that is the ancestors of Monera and Protista, that is Monera and Protista has to take another source. That is, there is a shortage in the food in the ocean, so they have to move on to another source of food to search the source of food in another ways. So for food, they had changed their adaptations and they move on to the land. Okay, these may be summarized as parasitism, that is saprophytism, predator or animalism, and chemosynthesis or photosynthesis. Due to the food shortage in the ocean, the Protista and Monera has to take some of the adaptations. Due to that adaptations, they may be some of the parasite. Parasite means it kills the host. So from the host it takes the food. Saprophytes means live on dead organic. That is, it takes food as dead organic matter. Predators are animalism. So they catch the prey and eat. They are called the predators. Chemosynthesis, with the help of chemical it can able to synthesize the food. And photosynthesis, you know very well. With the help of light it can prepare its own food with the help of light and chlorophyll, water and carbon dioxide. So when the number of photosynthetic organisms increases, there was an increase in free oxygen in the sea and the atmosphere. So when the photosynthesis takes place, what will happen? The oxygen is released and more number of oxygen, that is the oxygen content is more in the atmosphere. So due to that, the sea organisms required more oxygen. So oxygen was in the world, that is in the earth. So CH4, that is methane plus oxygen, gives carbon dioxide and water. Due to this also, the life on earth has been assembled. Ammonia plus oxygen gives nitrogen and water. So when oxygen was evolved in the earth, that is during photosynthesis, the oxygen is released. So, and we have said that the earth was filled with ammonia and carbon, that is methane. So when the methane combines with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide plus water. And the ammonia combines with oxygen, it forms nitrogen gas plus water. So the atmospheric oxygen combined with methane and ammonia to form carbon dioxide and free nitrogen. So what I had explained in this reaction, you got it here. So the presence of free oxygen brought about the evolution of aerobic respiration, which could yield large amounts of energy by the oxidation of foodstuffs. So due to the free oxygen present in the atmosphere, there is an aerobic respiration had been evolved and adapted in the world by the living organisms. So due to this, the food what they are taking, the food oxidation is also takes place. So takes place. Thus prokaryotes and eukaryotes have evolved in the world. Prokaryotes means primitive nucleus, no well developed nucleus, nuclear membrane and cytoplasmic organelles is seen in the not seen in the prokaryotes. That is not well developed. Pro means first, karyos means nucleus. So not well developed nucleus, cytoplasmic organelles are absent. Eukaryotes means true nucleus. So well developed cytoplasmic organelles is seen and nucleus and nuclear membrane is well developed. So that was evolved due to the oxidation of the foodstuff and the aerobic respiration. Next, experimental approach to the origin of life. So this was given by Urey Miller in 1953. And according what this Urey Miller experiment was proving the Oparin and Haldane experiment. Okay, what they say that according to them the sea is an hot dilute soup. Okay, and it is a prebiotic soup also, the Haldane had said about it. So we will discuss with the help of an experiment done by the Urey, that is Urey and Miller. So before I explain it, I will explain with the help of this diagram. So what they took means, they took a round flask. So in the round flask, okay, in the round, so this is the round flask, okay, and here they had given electricity, that is tungsten electrodes, that is they are giving the electric current in a spark. So spark discharge was given, and here there are some of the gases. Think when before the life was evolved on the earth, that is in the universe, it is filled with ammonia, methane and hydrogen and water vapor or water in gaseous mixture it was there. So that was taken here in this flask. And next you are giving the condenser. So the condenser is fixed and you are supplying the cool water inside it. So because the temperature was more here, to cooling it, for that purpose you are giving the condenser. Okay, so the condenser was given here, and you are fixing an elongator, that is the tube was extended, the condenser and the tube was extended, and there is an aqueous medium containing organic compounds here. So it is the organic compounds is here, and tap for withdrawing the sample. So the sample was withdrawn here. So we are withdrawing so this one, that is the sample was withdrawn, that is the sample was taken here. So the condensed one, the sample we have to collect it in the conical flask. Okay. On this side you can see that it is fixed, no? So here you can see a round bottom flask. So this is a round bottom flask, okay, that round bottom flask, and it was heated here, okay, it was heated here, and you are supplying some of the things. So that sample, while collecting that, the gas molecule will be again stored here, and when you collect this sample, the sample contains glycine, glutamic acid, aspartic acid, and some of the nucleotides. So some of the nucleic acids, that is DNA, RNA, was appeared in this sample while testing it. So like this only, the life is evolved on the earth during these gases was seen, only these gases was seen in the universe. So due to this, so what they explaining means, they explaining the Oparin and Haldane say, that is findings. So with the help of this in the laboratory. So what they say, it is an hard soup, hard dilute soup or prebiotic soup, where due to this, so the aspartic acid and some reactions takes place. According to Urey Miller, the nucleic acid was RNA. After some evolution takes place and DNA replaces the RNA as the genetic material. So now we have DNA is the genetic material. Okay, that means the RNA means some of the viruses, as we talk about the viruses, that is probiont. The viruses have been developed, so they possesses RNA, but now the evolution takes place and now it was replaced by DNA. So this is the experiment, and now I will explain according to it. Urey and Miller in 1953 paved a way for understanding the possible synthesis of organic components that lead to the appearance of living organisms. So Urey and Miller in 1953 had done an experiment with the help of organic compounds. So from the organic compounds only the living organism evolved in the earth. In their experiment, a mixture of gases was allowed to circulate over electric discharge from a tungsten electrode. So why they are giving this electric electrode means, that is lightning. Due to lightning and UV lamp radiation only the life was evolved here, like that they are saying. For that they are artificially giving the light with the help of electric, and it forms a spark. Okay. And it forms a spark. Okay. A small flask was kept boiling and the steam emanating from it was made to mix with the mixture of gases ammonia, methane and hydrogen in large chamber that was connected to the boiling water. So you can see here this was fixed with here, that is the boiling water, and the things, that is the some of the organic components which was there in the ammonia, that is what is this carbon, that is methane and hydrogen and water is there, no. So they took it in the thing and you have to boil it. So because that time the temperature was high, no, for that purpose you are giving boiling it. The steam condensed to form water which runs towards the U-tube experiment that was continued for a week and the liquid was analyzed. So with the help of this, no, the condenser and the U-tube one, the experiment was done for 7 days, that is a week. Okay. And during the 7 days the water is passing through, no, that you are collecting here. That sample was collected, that only they have here. So the sample was analyzed, also collected and you have analyzed. So glycine, alanine, beta-alanine and aspartic acid were identified. The sample contains glycine, alanine, beta-alanine and aspartic acid, that is the sum of the amino acids have been appeared. Thus Miller's experiment had an insight as to the possibility of abiogenetic synthesis of large amount of variety of organic compounds in nature from a mixture of sample gases in which the only source of carbon was methane. So Urey Miller had said, that is Urey Miller's experiment has the from the abiotic components, that is the chemical organic components only the living organism has been, that is abiogenic to biogenic has been evolved, because the single source is the methane, the carbon source is the methane. Okay. So later in similar experiment, the formation of all types of amino acids and nitrogen bases were noticed. After the similar experiment was taken place, in that they noticed the amino acids as well as the nitrogen bases. The nitrogen bases are seen that they are adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. So they are seen in the nucleic acids. Okay. So this is the experiment and they had given that based on that the first one is the RNA is the nucleic acid and it is the genetic material, and there are evidences some of the viruses having RNA as the genetic material also, but this RNA genetic material was replaced by DNA, DNA, that is the genetic material of now. So hope you understand the video. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. If you want to watch my Tamil videos, I had provided the link in the description box. You can watch it. And if you like the video, give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.